as serious, put some time in so that you can start the detox. Because really that's what the studying is, detoxing the Negro, Black, colored, African, whatever stuff that we've been forced to think is a reality, when it's really a fiction. We're really in a hall of mirrors. And every mirror we think that's legitimate. Right? Yes, is.
When we're trying to deal with like agents and probe their persona, so like in any walk of life, sorry, should you always be writing in lowercase and just forget capitalizing anything just to make sure that you're out of the jurisdiction? Or
yeah. So the only time you capitalize is when you're putting explanation on anything. So Cujo L explanation. Right? That's the only time that you would capitalize, is once you have X relation before that capital letter name.
But then for Cujo L, you still use capitals, right? Or should you?
Yeah, no, you're writing this in proper form. Capital K, small u, the capital E, right? And then this is going to be all caps. Because this is really you, so you're not going to all caps this, or you're not going to all lowercase this.
So all lowercase does what?
All lowercase is just like this.
It is?
Yeah. Because it doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't,
Okay.
it doesn't set anything up, it's just.
So basically I can write just how they taught me, typical sentence structure.
Right, that's what, yeah, that's where we're going back to.
Okay.
Because they took people out of looking at it, especially the thing that identifies them that they call name. Mm-hmm. Especially that. Because even, I don't know about here, but in the island, you go to school in the islands, you put all capital letters name on paper, they're not even marking the rest of your tests. You get 0.
So basically by putting it in all capitals there, you're calling out your straw man, like,
right.
This is it.
Right. And then you're saying that, and then what this is saying is that Cujo Adwa L is in proper person and has information regarding relative to that. That's what X relation is saying. Kudrawa L is improper person and has information regarding or relative to Harry Jones. But Cujo L is not Harry Jones. And any type of correspondence that you write where they're coming at you with the name that's not yours, that's in all capital letters, you're going to respond to them, free national name, X relation, the all capital letters name, all the time. Right? Like you're always going to do that. Any other questions?
You wanted me to find Sue Heredis, right?
Yeah. You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
So I guess it comes from origins Latin.
Mm-hmm.
In the civil law, one owns heirs, one's own heirs, proper heirs, and then it says inst. 2 19.2.
Okay.
So yeah, in civil law, one's own heirs, proper heirs.
So not only are we in our own proper person and in our own right, we're also in our own heirship. Which again deals with jurisdiction.
Right.
Because if you're sui heritis, then we're talking about heirs, then that means that we're here out of succession. We're not here because somebody made us a citizen.
Right.
We're not here because we got a passport and we got a license. We're here because we're indigenous to the land. Our position that we're taking is that you people are corporate. And there's no way that corporate people have jurisdiction over indigenous people unless the corporate jurisdiction was created by the indigenous people. That's the only way. If a foreigner made the corporation, then that foreign corporation doesn't have anything to do with the indigenous people. And the only way that it has something to do with the indigenous people is because the indigenous people are claiming to not be heirs. Or they're claiming to be in person, but not proper person or natural person or whatever.
This also ties to the divine side as far as worshiping on their own divine fig tree, right? On their
Right.
own.
Right? So, because remember, keep in mind with when Brother Supreme went to court, and he gave them his free national name, and the judge asked him, "Isn't that the Egyptian god's name?"
The judge would ask them.
The judge, so-called judge, right? Letting people know what they know,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Letting people know what they know. Them being in that seat, them wearing a jalabia. Talk about, you swear in the Bible and all that type of stuff, but they're wearing Muslim stuff? How are they wearing Muslim stuff telling people to swear in the Bible? Like that long black stuff they're wearing is Muslim garb.
For sure.
But then, again, you check the record, you find out, oh, certain people had Qurans and stuff like that they were taking oaths on. They weren't taking oaths on no Bible. Because they know that North America is an Islamic state. There's no Christian powers over here that have powers. The only reason that the Christian powers have powers is because they're sucking off Negroes who don't know themselves. And that's how they get their powers. They get their powers by, or their divine side is being vampires. Their divine side is making sure that people stay deaf, blind, and dumb so that they can suck them. Right? Take their energy and then use their energy against them. Got them putting all this frequency behind black when that means pale. And giving the pale people all their power. And then they don't get that that's what they're doing. And then they bump into Moors and they think Moors don't like their people and all that type of stuff. When we're really trying to free them from getting holes in their neck. All right. Anything else? So there was some.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
clarify. Okay, so just looking at the website, for instance, RVB.
Yeah.
I've been studying a lot about the driver's license run section to approach fighting tickets and all that in court, these so-called courts. And I noticed that everything is from the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know if they challenge that in court when you challenge them, when you present your status, and you used, you know, all these
Yeah.
constitutional
Yeah.
or case, I guess evidence, whatever,
Yeah.
to support what you're stating, do they reject it on the grounds of, well, how does this apply?
Well, the issue is that it's not even supposed to go that far where they even read
Okay.
what your argument is. Just from you having, like we're saying, you have the flags or the seal or whatever on the top of your paper. They're supposed to say, oh, diversity, oh, dismissed, and it's supposed to be done. There's not supposed to be no argument from them. They're supposed to recognize, oh, we don't have jurisdiction because that person's Aboriginal Indigenous, we're a corporation, and we don't have jurisdiction over Aboriginal Indigenous people. The only Aboriginal Indigenous people we have jurisdiction over are the people who are under the Indian Act.
The native, the Indians.
The Metis and the Ojibwe
Right, I
and the
noticed
whatever.
that. So
That's
we
who they
never
have
identify
jurisdiction
as
over.
them because they're under
Exactly.
reserves and all
Right.
that stuff. I noticed like on a form that I was filling out for my son, you know, that they send from school to keep all his info up to
Right,
date,
yeah, yeah.
to traffic him basically.
Yeah.
So I changed, they wanted me to identify him as Aboriginal, Aboriginal on the reserve, off
Yeah.
the reserve,
Right.
or self-identify. So I checked off self-identify,
Right,
and then I
perfect.
crossed out Canadian citizen,
Right.
and I put in sovereign.
Right.
That's okay?
Whatever works.
Okay.
Once he didn't put sovereign citizen.
No, I just put
Yeah.
sovereign.
Yeah,
And
once he didn't
then
put sovereign citizen.
they put relationship to the child, they had mother.
Mhm.
That's when I thought that the first capital was a problem, because they had
Right.
mother.
Right.
So I changed
yeah,
it to
yeah.
mother of Marquise McDonald,
Right.
lowercase.
Yeah.
So maybe I should change that and make
Yeah.
it.
And then also too, like, you know, don't be
Alerting
don't
them
be
to-
afraid to
No.
put L Bay and all that stuff on there too.
Okay. I am a little afraid because it's the
Right.
first time that I'm challenging.
Yeah, yeah. But again,
Your
it's not
parents.
a challenge because he has a right to education.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You're not talking about a ticket or something. You're talking about he has a right to learn here. Even in this corporation, he has a right to learn.
Okay.
That can't be denied. You know what I mean? But it's you know it's what's the stance that you're taking. It's just like one of the Moors brother Amazite in Pittsburgh, right? When he put his son in, even one of the Moors who was even listening on the phone, Brother Yusuf. When they put when they corrected the status of their offspring in the school, they became, you know what I mean, like #1 parent and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah?
They get personal phone calls from the principal when stuff's going bad. Oh well, you know, we're having whatever type of celebration, can he come to it and all that stuff? We know that you guys are against, you know, certain stuff and all that. And they call to make sure, you know what I mean? Right? Anything goes down.
Yeah, I
Like
was
anything
afraid of
goes
the
down.
opposite, where they're
They
gonna
call.
single him out, like, oh,
You know?
so you're conscious, your
Yeah.
father's conscious, eh?
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, it might go there, right? It might go there, but that's where it comes into even, you know, teaching them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, little brother Soldier and brother Yusuf's son, they know that they're not black. They're 7 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody telling them that they're black?
Mm-hmm.
Teacher, other students, principal, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going down like that.
It's long.
But the Yusuf's son knows to ask them for delegation of authority order.
In school?
In school. Before you do anything, I need to see your delegation of authority that you have authority to do whatever you're doing. Because I'm not
Subject.
I'm not black. You might be able to do whatever with all these guys out here. You know what I mean? And then, you know, dad's getting called in. Well, he's being defined like that. Dad's like, you guys think I'm gonna discipline him or something like that for standing up to you people? I discipline him. What am I gonna discipline him for? What did he do wrong? Well, he's supposed to respect adults. So, yeah, but why should he respect you if you're not respecting his birthright? Like, why should he respect you? If you're not respecting his birthright, he told you what his status is. He doesn't need me to do that.